Welcome to Fairy Tale.
ちょっと汚れたスーツケースを持って何も知らずに空から降りた地図の向こうここに山上夢見た憧れの場所 Yeah 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 The Rock City Boy Yeah 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 The Rock City Boy
I am Natsu Dragneel.
I'm Grey Bulbuster.
I am Elfman.
I'm Julia. I'm Lisanna.
I'm Charle.
I'm Loki.
I'm Happy.
I'm Mira.
I'm Erza.
I'm Wendy.
We are Fairy Tale.
We don't live like we have already. Oh, god damn it.
We do. Yes.
My magic arc of time manipulates my wedgie.
I'm Naruto. Wait, shit.
Aha! I suddenly see the fail in this plan.
I'm always needing someone.
Well, I can do that for you.
Like a good neighbor, Moo Moo is there. And can I get a ham sandwich?
I want a sandwich.
I wanna believe a state on me make recently it's like this is me pretty please no version of people ecstasy with S and G's rhyme and rhyme sound like Rhino won't connect up with a blackjack bottom when I stay home you stay here 何言ってるかわかんないよね
So hello and welcome to episode 40 of the Fairy Tale Podcast. Got a good show going for you today. Got some updates and podcast news. Going to run through some con news. Go through our segments, of course. Got another awesome chapter of the manga to talk to you guys about. And yeah, lots of good stuff all around. So really quickly wanted to get your opinion on what you guys have been thinking about the manga read-through so far. We did kind of change up the dynamic. We talk about it for the recap at the beginning, and then we play the actual read-through with sound effects, music, and stuff like that. So hit us up, fairytalepodcast@gmail.com, or come post on our Facebook page, facebook.com/fairytalepodcast, or you can leave a comment for us on Twitter, or fairytalecast on Twitter, or post a comment on our YouTube videos. We always are looking forward to see what you guys think of what we're doing. And that having been said, our next item on podcast news is to talk about the anime recap. We're no longer doing anime recaps until Funimation picks up Season 2. We understand, yes, that it is on Crunchyroll, and that's all well and great, but we want to go and start talking about episodes that are being picked up for distribution here in the United States, or wherever it is that you get your Funimation products. But I mean, yeah, in a way, we're kind of pimping out Funimation, and that's great because they pimp us out too. So vice versa. But yeah, that's what's going on with the anime right now. So until we get the official confirmation about Season 2, we're not going to be talking about the anime much anymore. So yeah, that's how that is. Unless Funimation gets the simulcast, and then we're going to skip a shit ton of episodes and go to whatever is simulcast. But yeah, we're hoping to get Fairy Tail simulcast. We want to get Fairy Tail on Toonami, so please don't forget that. If you're on Twitter, hashtag Fairy Tail on Toonami, all one word. So that's our huge campaign right now. That is what we're trying to do for Twitter. Our next big goal is to get Season 2 picked up by Funimation, and then after that, we're going to start pushing to get Fairy Tail simulcast and get them to pick up Season 3. So these are our amazing plans that we have with all of you trying to work together as the giant Fairy Tail community. We're all the mages here in this guild. Welcome to the guild, ladies and gentlemen. If you're listening to this, welcome to the guild. So yeah, that is it for me for podcast news. I'm going to hand things over to Charle, who has our con updates.
On this segment of Con News, we have HammerCon, which is June 1st through the 3rd at the Von Braun Center in Huntsville, Alabama. Todd Habercorn will be appearing. Then we have Colossal Con, which is June 7th through the 10th at the Kalahari Resort and Convention Center in Sandusky, Ohio. Todd Habercorn will be appearing. Then there's Anime Blues Con, which is June 15th through the 17th at Hilton, Memphis in Memphis, Tennessee, and Todd Habercorn will be appearing. And that wraps it up for con news.
Alrighty, so that is going to wrap things up for the news, and we are going to move on to Charles' Magical Education.
Hello and welcome to this segment of Charles' Magical Education. I am going to cover Mikune. He used to work in a sushi bar, but he was liked so much that his manager told him never to leave, so he left. He likes drums and dislikes mice. He also shaves his head bald, so he doesn't have to worry about going bald when he gets older. In the Phantom Lord arc, we see him watching with the rest of the guild as Jose unleashes his shades, and Erza took the brunt of the Jupiter attack. In the Tenru Island arc, he is seen celebrating with the rest of the guild because of the return of Lisanna, and laughs when he hears about Natsu's counterpart at Edelus. His magic is Earth magic. Earth magic is a caster-type magic, which utilizes the element of Earth. Casters use the Earth around them to attack or defend, giving Earth magic users a great deal of flexibility in their magic. Skilled users can manipulate the physical properties of Earth, such as making sand as hard as metal, creating iron-hard rock pillars from the ground, or even bending the ground at will and turning it into a liquid form. Earth magic also enables a user to literally dive into the ground, be it rock, concrete, or metal, using their hands or feet and tunneling through it. Earth magic is a strong magic and is immune to water magic. Like other elemental magics, some users can also transform their bodies to Earth to travel through solid obstacles and underground. In the manga, Jura's arms appear to turn into rock. It is unknown if this transformation is caused by Earth magic or advanced transformation magic. Mikune uses his drumsticks to pound the ground for his Earth magic, multiplying his strength. And that wraps it up for Charles' Magical Education. Going to hand it over to Elfman for Cooking with Elfman.
And today on Cooking with Elfman, I'm going to teach you how to make Okonomiyaki, which basically means as you like it or what you want in Japanese. It's what I like to call a savory kind of pancake. It has everything you want. And it's tasty.
Wait, Okonomiyaki?
Okonomiyaki.
Okonomiyaki. Okay, anybody who's ever watched Ranma 1/2
Yes.
should know this.
Yes.
Okonomiyaki, yeah.
And what you're going to need is 1 cup of all-purpose flour or yam flour if you can get it, 1 cup of water, 2 eggs, 3/4 cup of cabbage, finely sliced into strips, 3/4 cups of cabbage, finely sliced into strips, 2-inch long, yeah, 2-inch long by a 1/4 of an inch long, wide, 2 to 3 green onions chopped into 1/4-inch rounds. Use white part and the freshest bit of the green part. A 1/4 of a cup of mozzarella cheese. Optional, other cheeses may be substituted if you want those kind as well. And 10 small slices of chicken, bacon, or beef. I'm going with bacon here, because bacon. And for the toppings of it, okonomiyaki sauce, which is sold at Japanese markets. You can probably find it at Kroger's here in the States.
I don't think so.
Really?
You have to go to an Asian food market.
Okay. Dried bonito flakes and powdered nori, seaweed.
Oh, for a second I thought you said powdered Oreo. I was like, hell yeah, powdered Oreo.
Oreo. Well, anything you want.
I would love me some powdered Oreo. I would sniff that shit.
Oh my god.
Like pixie sticks.
Now, to make it, you're going to mix the flour, water, and eggs until it's smooth all together, which is going to take about 25 to 30 strokes with a spoon or whisk, so you don't want to overmix it. Then, gently fold in the cabbage, green onions, and cheese, and heat a griddle or non-stick frying pan over medium heat. When the pan is hot, add about 1 tablespoon of oil. Then, add 1/3 cup of the batter and flatten slightly. Fry it for about 2 to 3 minutes. When the pancake is golden on the bottom, add the toppings, chicken, bacon, or beef, or other toppings of your choice, and press into the batter slightly. Turn over the pancake and fry for 5 minutes or until golden brown on the other side. Then turn once more and fry the topping side up for another minute. Now, to serve, place the okonomiyaki on the plate and top with bottled sauce, nori, and/or bonito flakes. Then you enjoy. And that is it for Cooking with Elfman. I'm going to pass it on to Lisanna for Reedus Gallery.
Welcome to another entry into Reedus Gallery. For today's episode, I've got an entry titled Festival Part 3, Nali by Milady666. It's pretty good. I like it. It's, to the style of the show, which, gives it kind of the familiar look. The lines are really clean. The background is really, really, it kind of gives it that foggy look, so you're, no matter what, you're focusing on, Lisanna and Natsu in the front. And happy. The outfits are cute, their expressions are well done. I'm not sure what to say about the squid. They look very hollow, but maybe that's just me. But, overall...
Maybe that's how the squid over there are. You don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, okay? I'm not Japanese.
But I do.
Anyways, but the patterns on Lisanna's outfit are really excellent, and, it's all very much in style, and it's got the really, really clean lines. So, with that being said, I'm gonna go around and ask everybody's opinions. Gray, thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Natsu?
Oh, thumbs up.
Loki?
Thumbs up.
Charle?
Calls up.
Elfman?
Thumbs up.
And Wendy?
Thumbs up.
Alright, what is one thing you liked or disliked about this picture? Gray.
I like the Happy's face.
Alright.
Goldfish don't stand a chance.
Natsu?
I like that genetics is playing a large role in this image because apparently Lisanna has grown Mira's boobs.
Oh, hey! Well, what do you know? I mean...
She is not nearly that well endowed in either the anime or the manga, so I'm just like, I heart this person.
Alright, Loki?
Big titties. I'm sorry. Got caught up in the moment. The fish seem a little bit misshapen.
That
But
would
that's... It's like they put all their focus in on the characters, which is understandable, but the fish look like they were drawn at...
The
they
fish
just didn't
look like
care.
little paper figures in the water.
Yeah, Happy's not
Love
going to have
goldfishes because they're so delicious.
Happy's not going to have a tasty
How
meal.
would
So.
get your fish so juicy, sweet. Anyways.
Smells so cool. Smells so cool.
Alright. Charle?
I like Lisanna. I like her outfit. It's really pretty.
Okay. Elfman?
I just like the fact where I know where Natsu's looking at.
Hey, can I help it that there's a butterfly on the waistband that caught my attention?
He's not looking at... You're not looking at... No butterfly.
No. Let him have this.
Excuse me. My name is Natsu, not Loki.
And
What?
Wendy.
Lisanna looks so beautiful in this picture.
So wait. Does that mean in part 4 of the festival we're gonna get a picture of Wendy with tits?
Ah!
Ooh.
Who would I be there with?
Not unless Reedus draws it.
Romeo!
Who would I be there with, though?
Romeo!
No!
Yes!
You'd
Yes.
be there
Like-
with your big guardian
Time
dragon
skip.
slayer.
Time skip Romeo.
No, remember she likes that runt from Lamia Scale.
No!
I'm just gonna say something random. I'm gonna say
Okay,
something random.
guys,
Mist.
settle down.
Messed?
Okay.
Like, he was older than you. He was older than you to begin with, and now we've got
he's
another
just like-
7 years on top
It's
of
just like
it. No.
ancient now.
Like, that's like robbing the grave. You're sick.
Cradle
You're
snatching.
sick. God.
At least we know something new about Wendy now.
Yeah. She likes those Hugh Hefner types.
All right, guys, come on.
Yep.
Well, one last little bit. All right, and one word to describe this picture. Gray,
Feces.
Natsu,
Butterfly.
Loki,
Melons.
Charle,
Festive.
Elfman,
Kill Loki.
Yay! See what I was
What?
telling you? I told you.
and Wendy.
Purple.
Awesome. That's gonna wrap it up for this entry into Reedus Gallery, and I'm gonna hand it back to Natsu.
So Wendy, really quickly, did you say purple because that was the color of the kimono, or because that's what you were doing?
Sugar water purple.
What?
Windy purpled.
Wendy was purpling all over the
That's
place.
disgusting.
So this week's chapter is chapter 282, and it is called 10 Keys and 2 Keys. And we get our first image we get is this sexy Urza, and she's got a telescope. No idea why she has a telescope, but you know what? With boobs like that, we're not going to ask questions. And that's how you get away with stuff.
I don't know why she needs a telescope to look at Yugi. It's big enough.
Alright, so we get to the beginning of the story, which again starts on page 7 after you skip through all the amazing fan art that's going on this time. And we've got the continuation of the story with Lucy and Yukino. And we've got Wendy and Natsu present, as well as Happy and Charle. And she has decided she's going to give Lucy her 2 golden Zodiac Gate keys, which would basically give Lucy all 12 of the golden Zodiac keys. And this, of course, shocks Lucy. And she's like, I can't take them, no. And Yukino's not, no, you can take them, and this is why, blah, blah, blah. And she kind of subtly hints at the fact that her games have ended. She doesn't explain really what happened to her when she was kicked out of Sabretooth, and they don't know she was kicked out of Sabretooth right now. We get a little bit of a flashback to Max. A cleavage shot abounds for both Lucy and Yukino. So apparently you can't be a celestial spirit mage unless you have nice titties. I think that's how it has to be.
Yep. I was a celestial spirit mage once. Got bored with it. Alcoholics have bigger tits, well at least.
Yes! Wait, I mean, what? I do? I mean, what?
Alright, so, apparently there's this ominous thing going on about the 12 keys will have all been gathered and the gateway that changes the world will open. So there's that. Then we continue on with a bit more explanation. We find out that there have been less and less freaking celestial spirit mages since the Zentopia incident. And there's a big picture of that. So here's the really interesting point. This particular panel right here in the manga, the top panel on page 11, actually is giving way to what's happening in the filler arc of the anime currently. So they're kind of going hand in hand, which is really, really cool. So technically, this is Hiro Mishima's way of saying, no, this filler arc is canon. And that's cool. That's a great way to play with like any kind of filler arcs you got going on there. Because I've seen this image so many times in the current filler arc that we're in, and I've heard the word Zentopia. So this is going to be really, really cool now. It's the confirmation that Hiro Mishima has gone through and talked to them about the arc that they're going to be doing in the anime, and he is on board with it. And I like when they do stuff like this. It makes it feel like it's just extra story as opposed to, no, we're just doing shit to let the manga get ahead. I like when they do that. Some people can pull it off, others obviously can't. Then, outright, Lucy refuses to accept the keys, which of course stuns quite a few people, but I love her explanation for it. And then we go to bath times. And then you get to realize a couple of things. Number one, Charle can actually take a bath. She is not a cat afraid of water.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I like water. I go swimming.
And this is like the first time anybody gets to see Charle naked.
She's also like the only cat really aware that they are naked.
Yeah, she's one of the few cats that wears clothes. We'll just say it like that. All right. Number two, if you're still on the same page, and yes, I know we're getting into pedo bear territory here, but when Wendy's like messing with her jacket there, you can see like sort of a lump there. So, hey, Wendy does have boobies.
Yeah.
That's the second thing we learned from this panel. And the third thing we learned from this panel is that somebody has a toothbrush there, and so somebody here actually will be brushing their teeth. It's just a question of who. Because it's going to be weird if Charle is brushing her teeth. Just saying. I think cats have their own system of teeth cleaning. And then we move on to the next panel, which of course is Lucy getting herself undressed for her shower, which is always good. And then you move on to page 13, and like there hasn't been enough color images of that top panel. We've got a cute nodding going back and forth between Charle and Wendy as Lucy is trying to figure out what's going on, where Happy and Natsu disappeared off to. And
I see a nipple.
Yes, and then we get shower curtain-ish view of Lucy, and she still looks as hot as ever. And then we move back on to Natsu and Happy calling for Yukino to wait as she's walking away.
Did you just say move back to or boove back to?
Move.
It's not like you said boove.
Okay.
Boob.
Boob. Right. So, I like this part. It's really, really cute. It's the Natsu apology. And I love how he just has his apology, and then he's like, oh, sorry, you're not a bad person. And then he starts explaining stuff back and forth with Happy. And Yukino is so surprised by this. She doesn't really know how to react. And I'm like, I love how his apology is just kind of so off the cuff. It's just like, my bad, whatever, you know. It's so hilarious that he does it that way. And of course, this is more compassion than she's used to getting, and she breaks down to tears. And that, like, throws Natsu off. And I love when she starts crying, the immediate face right after that of Happy and Natsu, where they're like covered in sweat, and they're like, no, you're making it so much worse. And then Yukino just fully breaks down and says what happens, and that how she was forced out of the guild and everything. And just Natsu's reaction to this is epic, because this goes against everything that Natsu believes Fairy Tail stands for. Like, it's an affront to the guilds in his eyes. And I know there's a lot of people shipping the Yukino Natsu stuff now, and they think that he went and did this for Yukino. And that's all well and good if you want to stay in that belief. But my opinion is that the truth of it is he simply is doing this because it goes against his principles, and this is just wrong to do to anybody, regardless of what gender they are and what guild they come from. This is just something that should not be done, ever. That is a ridiculous thing that happened, and that pisses him off. So, as is made plainly obvious in the next panel, a guild that would make its Nakama cry, that's not a guild at all. And then we move from there, and we have a nice quiet moment between Gray and Urza. So if you've got any shippings there between the two of them, there you go. But got a little discussion going on between them as she remembers Miliana's words from the previous chapter. And it's so cute. She's trying to tell Gray to let Juvia know about his she's like, you've noticed Juvia's feelings. Let's make everything clear, blah 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 blah. And she, like, I love Gray's face where he's like, and Urza's like, oh, it's so cute. Like, seriously? And then Gray has the epic face going on in the next panel. And then we have more talking and Urza looking sexy and walking around. Then we get to the evil nose guy again, and who's going absolutely batshit crazy about all 12 keys being there. We get back to the Sabretooth Lodge, and oh my god, windows exploding! Is Ahmed the dead terrorist here? Okay, no laughing. Apparently that wasn't funny.
I'm sorry, I was muted. I did laugh about that, though.
Okay. Sting wakes up, and you get more of your fan service in the form of a topless Dragon Slayer yet again. Because, you know, that's not commonplace at this point.
He can go fuck himself.
Oh my god. Anyway, so we've got Rogue and Frosh bursting into the room and letting him know they need to wake up. There's an intruder. You know, he starts getting kind of dressed, I guess, and then they start running down the hallway to find out what's going on. There's a door exploding, people flying all over the place, and holy shit, like I didn't guess this, Natsu just beating the shit out of everyone in the guild, going, "Where's your master?" And the surprised faces on the two Dragon Slayers and their X-Sheet companions are just fucking priceless. Nobody ever figured that somebody would have the balls to burst in on them like this. And Gemma shows up, and I love Natsu's statement here. You know, where he's all pissed off because of how how Yukino got kicked out of the guild. And he's like, if you lose to me, you quit the guild too then. And I'm like, damn. And so wraps up.
Best scene ever.
Yeah, I mean, guys, I may be explaining some stuff, but you guys are more than free to comment if you want. This is sounding like it's all me right now, so please comment as you feel. But, yeah.
Where is Sabretooth's god now?
You need a protection angel.
This really, like, I don't know about you guys, but once I got to this point in the manga, I was, like, standing up, just going nuts, yelling in happiness about this. I was like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. It was so awesome.
I really did like, though, how essentially you have all this stuff and you're like, all right, he's going to get mad, he's going to do something pig-headed and crazy, but what he did I didn't expect, but at the same time I was like, wow, he's actually laying these guys out.
I'm sorry. At this point when he was starting to just lay everybody out, I was like, yeah, that's totally Natsu. 100%.
Dude, I was rooting for Natsu.
I was doing...
As I saw that panel, I was like, hell yeah, go Natsu!
I was doing a happy Natsu dance.
How would Charle do a happy Charle Natsu dance?
Happy and Charle baby dance?
She's doing the baby's mama dance.
Baby mama girl.
Baby mama dance.
Daddy baba doo bow.
Alrighty. And that is the majority of 282, which of course is now we're just going to move on to talk about what we liked about it, what were some of the things that really stood out to us about this chapter, and general overall highlights. So, guys, feel free to say however you want, in no particular order, what you guys thought of this chapter.
I already kind of said it, but my favorite thing was the chapter all the way around was great. I was surprised that Lucy didn't want to take the keys, rather. But I also really liked...
like so anal about not having the keys.
Yeah, and now she's like, no, that's fine. You keep them. It's fine, girl. It's fine. But like
I was kidding.
Yeah, lol, JK. But I really did like Natsu tearing into the Sabretooth.
Well, this chapter actually proves that all cats don't have to lick themselves to get a bath, that we actually can stand in the shower or...
But I like licking you. I mean me. I mean...
What?
I mean us. I mean...
Us, together.
Fishy.
In the same...
Cookies! Cookies!
Tell people that. That's private stuff. Shush.
Fishy song.
Yay.
Yeah, what?
I'm gonna get you to learn that and you have to perform it at a con.
You have to...
Oh, I want to do it too.
No, okay, that's it. Happy? You have to learn Tia Ballard's Fishy song, and you have to perform it at AWA. And there's a very big reason why I'm having you perform it at AWA.
Why, is she gonna be there?
No.
I hated how the fandom exploded because Sting sat up shirtless. I'm like, he wears a little vest thing. this is not much different.
The fandom exploded with Yuki no Natsu as well. Just
It-
exploded.
Explosions.
I could see maybe Yukino developing something, but I could never see it the other way around.
Yeah,
No.
Yukino. I'm still on board with Yukino Road.
Yes!
Yeah, that is one ship I will definitely sell.
Yeah, and I can only imagine it's going to get worse as time goes on. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
You know what? After this chapter, I bet we see more Fairy Tail cosplayers as Yukino and Rogue.
Oh yeah.
That'll be awesome.
Because we haven't seen Fairy Tail cosplayers. I bet you we start seeing
There
them.
really isn't a lot of fairy tale cosplayers, is there? I really think we should all do like a whole really big group, so that way I can do Kana.
I'm already getting my Natsu stuff together. So
I say we do it, guys.
At Awa.
yeah.
If someone could make me a happy type cosplay, I would do it with huge wings.
I'm working on Charle. I have like the hair and the little ears.
I'll see what I can
like
do.
a human Charle.
Yay! I would love to do happy.
Oh, I'm sure you would.
Shut up!
I just need a way to do all this while
You would
still
like
incorporating myself.
You would like to do yourself, huh?
I always love to do it.
All right. So anyway, so there we go. Jalal, you have to work on your Jalal cosplay now.
I know. I just have to.
You have to find now. Apparently, Happy is going to be pushing that you find yourself a spatula headband.
Yep.
A what?
Spatula headband.
The headband.
She called it a spatula headband.
Yeah,
It's a strainer headband. Get it?
It looks like a spatula.
Looks like a strainer
Spatula.
or
Alright,
cheese grater.
I have to shoot myself. There's a train.
Did anybody else? Did anybody else have anything they wanted to add about the manga this week?
No.
Go kick some ass, Natsu. Yeah.
Gray is unusually quiet.
I'm fucking tired.
Okay.
I'm out.
All right. Scale of 1 to 10 in comparison to all the previous chapters that Hiro Mishima has put out in Fairy Tail since. How do you think this rates up to what Mishima's done so far? 1 being not worth your time, and 10 being this is a fucking masterpiece. Kana.
9.7. There's always room for improvement. Not much for this one, but there's always room for improvement.
Okay. Charle.
Same. 9.7.
Jalal.
8.
Gray.
9.5.
Happy.
9. Bananas.
Okay. In your mouth at the same time. I see you're getting ready for your next group orgy. Awesome.
Yes, I am.
All right. Wendy.
8.
Okay. And, yeah, that is what we thought of this particular chapter of the manga, and we are going to move on to the manga read-through. A place where you can belong and be yourself. That's the feeling of warmth and friends that has touched your heart.
Business? With me?
Yes, I have important business with you, Lucy-sama.
What is Saber trying to pull?
Natsu-san, why don't we at least listen to what she has to say? This may be a rather bold request, but these. The key of the paired fish and the key of the heavenly scales. I'd like for you to take the 2 of these, Lucy-sama.
Eh? That's impossible. I can't take them.
When I saw you on the first day, I decided that after the games had ended, I would give you these keys.
The games haven't ended yet, have they?
My games have ended. Minerva-sama will probably be added in my place. With this, the strongest 5 that changed Sabretooth have been gathered.
So then...
It started when their guildmaster recruited 5 very strange but very capable mages.
You weren't part of them, huh?
I had just entered. I was nothing more than a substitute for Minerva-sama, who was in the middle of a job. But why? These are your precious stellar spirits, aren't they? Precisely. For that reason. These stellar spirits will be happier as well if they're entrusted to Lucy-sama, who's a far more outstanding stellar spirit mage than me.
That's quite a happy request, but, I mean, for me...
You've already gathered 10 of the 12 golden keys of the Zodiac. With these 2 added, the 12 keys will all have been gathered. The gateway that changes the world will open.
The gateway that changes the world?
It's just an old legend. I don't understand the meaning of it either. You might have noticed this already, but over the past several years, the number of stellar spirit mages has dropped greatly. There was that Zentopia incident some time ago as well. You might be the only stellar spirit mages left now. You're one that loves and is loved by stellar spirits. You should carry the 12 keys and walk together with the spirits.
I can't accept them. After all,
Huh?
Stellar spirit magic is a magic of bonds and trust. There's no way that owners can be switched quite so easily.
This wasn't an easy resolution to come by.
Eh?
No, I figured you would say that. When the time comes, the 12 keys will naturally be reunited again.
It'd be nice if we could meet again.
That was such a waste.
It was finally a chance to gather all the keys together.
In the past, I thought that I would gather them all, but that's no longer the case now. Though she's part of Sabretooth, that person also thinks dearly of stellar spirits. I couldn't cut the bonds between her and her spirits. No, I wouldn't want to cut them.
That reminds me. Where did Natsu and Happy go, I wonder?
They went chasing after Yukino-san. There was something they forgot to say to her, or something.
Oi! Wait up!
Wait!
Natsu-sama, Happy-sama.
Sorry. You're not a bad person.
You see, Natsu had made up his mind that you were a bad person just because you were in Sabretooth. That's why he came here like this, to apologize.
Apologize?
My bad.
So lightly! Sorry, but even with this, Natsu's grown up a little bit.
What's that supposed to mean?
You went to all the trouble of chasing after me for that?
It's 'cause you look so gloomy. I thought maybe I'd made you feel bad.
No, I'm sorry.
No. You're putting me on the spot if you're going to apologize. It's even worse if you're gonna cry!
What's wrong?
I can't take it anymore. No one's ever treated me like this before. I always looked up to Sabretooth. Last year, I finally got in. But I'm not allowed to go back anymore.
Huh?
Just from that one loss, I was forced out. I was forced to be naked in front of a lot of people. And I had to erase the guild stamp with my own hands. It was so bitter and humiliating. My self-respect and my memories of the guild were completely destroyed. And despite all of that, I don't have a place to return to.
I don't know how things are at other guilds, but...
Natsu?
Yes, I'm sorry. I just...
Though it may be another guild, if you say we're both mages, I understand. I understand the bitterness of being humiliated and having your guild stamp erased. A guild that would make its Nakama cry? That's not a guild at all!
Nakama.
What is it, Urza? What are you doing in a place like this?
Oh, Gray.
I hate Jalal as well. Unforgivable. Unforgivable!
Ah, it's nothing. What about you? You're all by yourself. What happened?
I was caught up in Leon and Juvia's nonsensical ramblings up until now.
Nonsensical, you say? Even though I wasn't there, I can guess what they were talking about. Come on. You've noticed Juvia's feelings, right? Why don't you make everything clear? Well, be it love or hate, maybe what I speak of is too heavy a burden to bear.
Did something happen?
No. It's late already. Let's go back.
The girl holding 10 keys and the girl holding 2 keys. The 12 keys are complete! Eclipse will activate completely! Zareth! Zareth! Zareth!
Sabertooth Lodging, Crocus Garden.
Oh, what is it?
An intruder!
Lecter, wake up!
Intruder? But this is the lodging where every member of Sabertooth is! Who is it?
Beats me. But that person must have no intention of returning alive.
Over there!
Where's your master?
Do you have some business with me, brat?
So you're the master, huh? Kicked out because of one loss? I'm all fired up.
Huh?
If that's the case, if you lose to me, you quit the guild too then. Natsu, Rampage of Anger. This reckless action be the seed of new conflict? Continued at Chapter 283. Natsu versus Giffen.
Alright, so that is going to wrap things up for us, and yeah, pretty much the only thing left to do is to just name this crazy, wacky, fucked up episode of the podcast. So, episode 40 should be called what, Kana?
SmackDown times 9.7 orgies.
Charle.
Come at me, ho.
Ha 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 ha! That's nice. Jalal.
Shower time.
Great.
Boobies!
Happy.
Oven baked tater tots!
Has nothing to do with the show.
Nudie pedo poop time?
And Wendy.
Fine, my vote goes for Sabertooth came to the wrong motherfucking neighborhood.
Yeah, so that is going to wrap it up for us, and we are going to play through all the ways that you can get a hold of us. You can now find us on iTunes and Zune by searching for Fairy Tale Podcast, or if you're watching us on YouTube, check the links below.
You can visit our website, fairytalepodcast.wordpress.com, to download the latest episodes of the podcast, plus download and see images and recipes from our segments.
You can find us on YouTube by looking at Fairy Tale Podcast. All of our episodes are posted immediately as they are finished, along with all the interviews. And remember to like and favorite the videos, as well as spread the word.
Keep up to date on when the newest episodes and chapters come out, as well as chat with other fans of the podcast and the Fairy Tale community. Discuss all your latest obsessions, share news, and chat with the crew of the podcast. Also be sure to send us your AMVs to post, as well as any cosplay images you have. Help our community of fans to grow.
Keep up to date with the latest news, podcast updates, con updates, and what's going on in the world of Fairy Tale by following us on Twitter at FairyTaleCast.
And every time we get another follower, we give Happy a fish.
Nice!
And don't forget, if you want to send us fan mail, send it to fairytalepodcast@gmail.com. Alright, so we hope you enjoyed this episode. We know that Tater Tot Oven Girl over here did.
Yum, yum, yum.
Alright, just remember, we've got plenty of cons coming up. We've got OMG Con coming up at the beginning of June in Paducah, Kentucky. Then towards the end of June, beginning of July, we will be at Anime Expo, or at least I will. And then in the middle of July, look forward to us being at Anime Southeast in Sevierville, Tennessee. Lots of really good things coming up, and we'll be promoting those cons throughout the next several episodes. So we hope to see you at one of these 3 amazing cons and have a good time with you and sit down and chat, maybe sign some stuff, whatever. Just gonna have a lot of general all-around fun with you guys. Alrighty, so to help us get there to these wonderful places, we need you guys to help out, even if it's just for something with the feed or anything. If you could go to that website, konohacornerpodcast.webs.com, click on that donate button, and send us a donation of your choice. Remember, every little bit helps, even if it's just $1. You can also pay us directly on PayPal by going to konohacorner@podcast@gmail.com on PayPal and gifting us the amount of your choice, and we will take that money and put it into Happy's little pouch. And while you're doing all of that, please don't forget the reason that we are all here, and that, of course, is the Fairy Tale series. Help keep Hiro Mishima employed, and it's really, really simple how to do that. Just purchase the anime, manga, video games, and all the incredible swag that's out there. Show your support by being a fan, and remember, Urza has proved many times over that mages can turn pirates into their bitches. I am Natsu Dragneel, and I'm saying, how dare you disrespect the name of the guilds?
I'm Kana, and holy crap, I actually get to talk in a manga section chapter. Holy hell.
I'm Charle, and I'm saying, yo, ho, come here.
I'm Gray, and I'm just gonna curl up on someone's boobies now.
Mine now, they're official.
You sounded like a penguin.
How the hell can you sound like a penguin?
I get it.
When he first went to talk, I guess he unmuted himself, but there was this weird
No, that was Happy.
That was me.
Oh.
I don't know how you can sound like a penguin.
I sounded like a penguin. I'm happy and I like food. Lots of food.
And it's all fish. And the fish.
I do love fish.
Fishy,
Give me lobster and crab and mussels and scallops and fish.
Okay.
I'm Jalal, and the Stark will rise.
I'm Wendy, and I finally went to bed at noon.
And that will wrap it up for us. From the greatest guild in the world, peace off. Happy say wienerfish.
Cheeserfish.
No, wienerfish.